Sir Ism Show.
My types popping out together was not on my bingo card list. Ruby Rose and Rasheed Rice.
The Kansas City Chiefs didn't make the playoffs for the first time in about 8 years. And there is a lot of Kelsey may or may not be retiring. Patrick Mahomes suffered a torn ACL at the end of the season. And then people are just getting better in the AFC West. The Denver Broncos, were pretty good. The Chargers made the playoffs. But, the real issue could be the talent that they have at wide receiver. And an up-and-coming player that the Chiefs have been dependent on the last 3 years is this young brother, Rashee Rice. Now, they got him as a steal. I believe he came in, as a second or third round pick. He's a really good possession receiver. He has good route running ability. But the problem with him is the legal issues that Rashee Rice has had. I mean, in 2024, he was driving a Lamborghini in Dallas at high speed that hurt several people. He was charged in Dallas with aggravated assault. In 2025, he pled to 2 third-degree felony charges. He even got suspended for a good part of the season because of those things. And then there's this.
Let's talk about it. Kansas City Chiefs star Rashee Rice's ex-girlfriend makes a domestic violence allegation with graphic images. And I know some of y'all probably like, why did she take it to the internet and not the police? No, she should have took this to her.
Got your boy Rashee Rice out here, man. All these rappers want to be football players. All the football players want to be rappers, man. They pose and like the NBA young boy, the hottest rapper, Rubi Rose, been ran through roles. You understand me? But these the broads that is in the industry. Why don't he get a regular broad? But they don't act the way these broads act. Hey, she ain't never really told the business about Drewski and different things that he might like. So, hey, man, as the brother Gilbert Arenas said, you get to certain women in the industry because they don't go bad on you. But now his long-to-do baby mama has got upset. He's got Rubi Rose, she don't look better than me. That's the only thing the women care about. You know what I mean? He upgraded, he downgraded. It's all about looks. Rubi Rose, more of a lighter hue sister. Rashee Rice, baby mama, lighter hue sister. Rashee Rice, darker hue brother. Come on, man. Opposites attracts, and inside the black community, we have inbred racism, man. We don't love each other. Everybody gets somebody the opposite color. Y'all seen Grandma and Grandpa. Stop playing.
Her daddy. Because if my daughter brought this to me, the headlines would have been different. It would have been Kansas City star Rashee Rice has a career-ending injury. The only thing he would have been catching was hands and bullets. That would have been his last catch.
Woo! That's right. His baby mama came out and showed these particular photos.
What's up with O'Shea with the woo? Like he stole that from the Nature Boy. But all the time, that was the Britney Spears. She kept going a woo with her dyslexic, psychopathic, with herself. Woo! He kills me.
Accusing him of doing this. But lately, we've been seeing a different side of Rashee Rice. And that is because, allegedly, he has been in a relationship with, well,
delusional, bipolar.
Rubi Rose.
Woo!
They confirmed
Woo!
their relationship on Valentine's Day with this controversial photo. I might have to doctor up the photo because of what's going on. And it's a pretty dumbass photo, too, for an NFL athlete who has problems to take, especially with Rubi Rose, who is also known to be violent towards men, too. But people are already weighing in on the situation.
For some reason, for them, it ain't no.
Every time it's the wide receiver. Have you ever noticed that? The brothers that have the most problems in the NFL, the diva wide receiver. Every single time. Antonio Brown. You know what I'm saying? Terrell Owens. Anytime Stephon Diggs, the diva wide receiver.
Other women on earth is the same ones. They don't see no women but what another rapper or athlete done had. It got to be written in them rapping NFL contracts. But then again, I always say, be waiting till they get famous to be able to get that girl.
He's right,
I'm gonna get to that. That's interesting. But there's more.
A rapper or NFL player can get a regular girl that work at Walmart and spend way less money. That girl that work at Walmart that look just as good, if not better, it'll be way cheaper to mess with her and you can save your money. Instead of go get a girl that they got to spend $100,000 on. That's exactly why these dudes go broke, right?
Man, these dudes don't care about money. It came too easy, man. They finally did all that hard work, all them 40-yard, all that weightlifting, all of that. They done finally did all of that. They done got on the field and they give it up, man. You say all that, man, but you see these pretty baby hairs right here. You say all that, all you do is on the outside, but you ain't got your hand on your grill like NBA young boy. You ain't on the freeway tearing up cars, tearing up people, pulling blickies on people like Antonio Brown. All y'all say all this, you commentary bloggers. I'm talking about myself.
Out of the NFL.
I want to talk about the first thing that is being talked about with Mr. Rashid Rice. Number one, he's saying like this chick, Ruby Rose, so many dudes have already had her before. She's been around the industry. And Rashid Rice, he only wants this lady because all these other men have had her. He also goes on to say he could just get a woman from Walmart or a regular chick and everything will be okay. But you want these expensive chicks that you got to spend a lot of money on. I understand what he's saying, but there's something to also figure out. People who are used to dealing with people with money typically are favored, especially by like athletes. I know she dated Drewski and all this other stuff, but it just goes to say that she can handle being around somebody that is successful, somebody that has money. And again, I know most guys say, why don't I get somebody that's regular? Well, because they're broke. Woo! And regular people have a hard time dealing with somebody that has a lot of money. It's a pain in the ass. That's probably why he's doing it. But I get it. Ruby Rose is a person that, typically looks out for herself, was doing good on OnlyFans, and she was with DDG, but I want you to hear what she's saying.
Like, I saw DDG say this in a video, and it's so true, but like, you cannot reach your full potential in your career, I feel like, while being with somebody, unless like it's really hard to find people who are like matching your energy, supporting you, and like, your attention's always on like,
person.
Exactly.
It's always two people, man. The go-getter, the provider, and then the concealer, the person that takes care of the home, the lover, the nurturer. We got all these words, on YouTube, emotional support, emotional intelligence, and all of this. People, y'all not intelligent. Ruby Rose, you a gold digger. You trying to get all the athletes. You athletes, y'all suckers, and y'all go for the hoes, man. These ain't nothing but modern day Marilyn Monroe 304 hoes, man.
She was listening to DDG, her ex-boyfriend. He was like, it's so hard to be, at your top level in a relationship with somebody else when you could be focusing on yourself. And that brings up to my next point.
Ruby Rose is 28 years old. Rashid Rice is 25 years old. He's the wide receiver for the Cheifs.
You see, Rashid Rice is only 25 years old, and Ruby Rose is 28. So then how is it that Ruby Rose is with the guy, and this young man is accused of being abusive to his own baby mama? He has all of these legal problems.
The reverse groom. Older batches get a younger player, and they put that thing on him, man. You see him smiling from ear to ear, man. The reverse groom coon. You see Zion Williamson. You see Travis Hunter. Come on, man. Jalen Green, man. Reverse groom coon, man. They ain't gonna listen. Tell them to check out Uncle Islam's channel.
The way that he's going right now, if he were to keep this behavior up, he's definitely going to be out of the league. I mean, at this level. So why would she deal with somebody like this? And I'll tell you why she will deal with somebody like this. Because nobody else wants her.
Woo!
Ruby Rose.
No, I don't know about that.
Just like many other young ladies out there, they only want situations that serve them. If Ruby Rose felt that her music career or her acting career would lead her to something that made sense, guess what? She would not be dealing with Rashid Rice because he would be too much of a stepping stone or danger to her. But that's not what she's saying, or that's not what she's doing. The reality is that Ruby Rose's career is already over. She's good looking, but she's not a good artist. There are no brand opportunities. There is nothing.
See, I see you brothers out here. Her career is not over. Her career is gaming you sucker dockers. She know how to get that bag up out of you. Next, it'll be the baby, and then another baby, and then child support. What you mean her career is? Her career is gaming ball players and soccer duckers. The reverse. Groom coon.
That she's going to be able to do. And so her career now is going to be trying to get the best quality guy in the industry. She's already been with too many rappers, too many guys that know her. The top level dudes already had her. They don't want her. And a guy like Rashee Rice, who is pretty much struggling with his off the field behavior, is the best that she can do. And of course, he's a younger guy. Not as young as, let's say, Brittany Renner or PJ Washington, but the same concept applies. They got to get with somebody who will put up with their stuff. And what better way to do that than a young guy like Rashee Rice, who's a hothead, who makes bad decisions, who, she could possibly be something in his life, like a mentor. Obviously he's attracted to her. So something like that. And the reality is that these ladies, their situations get worse and worse. And I mean that from a very theoretical standpoint. Their options get less and less every year. This is not for me to be mean. This is not for me to be a hater, but just less and less men want to not deal with them. And I want to talk about this because let's say, for example, you're a rich guy like him. If you want to meet women who you could be introduced to that won't talk or tell, it's possible. I see that these guys can do that. She's running out of real options. Okay. And it comes to a point that, a lot of dudes that have money don't want to put up with Rubi Rose, don't want to deal with all the extra antics, and guys with no experience just don't know any better. Now she's trying to get in where she fits in. And don't be surprised if she tries the baby route. Now, again, it's not going to matter to her that his baby mama, that he was with, is complaining about all these issues that she's been having with him.
What do you mean surprised about the baby route? That's what these broads do, man. They get up under you suckers, man, and had a baby by you, man. And a lot of y'all y'all want to have a baby by a broad to lock her in. It's the same game.
That's not going to matter. She's not going to really trip. But at the same time, she got to get in where she can fit in. She got to live that lifestyle. She wants to be able to be out there in the streets and people to know her. And the reality is both of them are falling off. By the time she's 32, those options are going to be way, way less. By the time she's 38, we already know right there, stick a fork in it, is done. And then there you go. No career.
You dudes still mad at broads. 32, she gonna get a sucker ducker. By the time she's 38, she better hurry up and have her 2 or 3 sucker duckers so she can get that pension, that check, man. Come on. She gonna use her box to get what she want, and you suckers is gonna pay for it. The reverse. Groom coon.
Want to put up with you. She'll still be looking good, but too expensive, too entitled, too damn bad. The one thing I can hope about Rashee Rice is, listen, bro, you really can get yourself together, and of course you most likely will. Then you can leave her alone and just go deal with somebody else that you ain't really got to deal with her. That's just the reality of all it is. The last thing you want to do is give somebody some clout who can't get it on their own because they're hella untalented. Dudes do it all the time.
Oh, Rubi Rose
up
got
some
clout.
Chick who don't need to be bumped up, and then all of a sudden you basically re-glamorize it. And I'm gonna tell you exactly what's going on. He's a wide receiver. She's seeing what Cardi B is doing with Stephon.
The diva wide
receiver. So let me be like Cardi B. Let me go out there and deal with Rashee Rice so people can start talking about me so I can get out there to get me some opportunities. He's a young dude. He don't really know. And that's all it is. So, guys.
Yeah, man. These young chicks, man, they're going to run you suckers ragged, man. They're going to run you suckers ragged, man. This is just a parallel. You may not be an NFL player with 5-10 million. You may not have Rubi Rose. You might be a brother just got a new job. Just got that new Charger. Yeah, man, you better take this game with you, man, and learn from Rashee Rice. And learn how Rubi Rose is showing you, nephew, you're not ready. You're not ready, nephew. You's a greenhorn. I'm trying to help you around here so you won't be a soccer docker. And this is why I do it. So players, let me know what you think. Go ahead, get in the comment section, hit the like button, share the video, and let them know Uncle Ism. Let them know Uncle Ism is here to stay. And we ain't never left. We ain't gonna never stop. and we definitely ain't gonna quit. We just gonna keep on doing this player. You dig?